Hey. That actually felt like we had some compression too. Faster? We got spark. We've got spark. Deborah, are you in there?
Ooh, I see that.
Right off the bat, this has been fixed. Look at the glue or whatever. Fuel should run in there. Okay, it works. It works. Oh boy. That's a metal chunk. All right, we are going to get started on the second phase of our $150 project shootout. This is the companion to the Enticer I got for 150 bucks. This is a Suzuki 185. Currently not running, just like the Enticer. This guy, however, was swamped, and I don't even know if this motor seized up. The pull cord's broke, so I haven't even been able to pull it to see if the motor spins. I pulled the plug, and it can't really tell much by it, but I'm gonna pull the pull cord cover off, and then we should be able to get a wrench in there and see if it spins. If not, we'll put a little blaster down the cylinder, see if we can get it freed up. This has a sight glass down here for oil. I doubt you guys can actually see which side's it on. Oh, it's on my side here. And it is completely empty, so it doesn't look like there's any oil in this thing whatsoever, which is probably not a good sign. But let's pull that cover off and go from there. I may have found where all my oil is going to. Look at this. This is an absolute mess. I wonder if I have my output shaft oil seal or something's bad. But trying to get this shifter off now. Get a screwdriver.
You want me to hold the thing still? It's shaking.
It's coming. We almost got it. There it is. I did have a friend of mine donate a brand new pull cord and everything, but I ended up taking the cord off of it to salvage for a snowblower I fixed. So I don't even have a new one of those to put on at the moment. Although I did, it went to a different cause. It just wasn't very tight. But why am I using an old when I have a ratcheting one? Say I don't know where my ratcheting one is, being 10mm, but it's actually there. Now see, despite urban legends, I have yet to lose a 10mm wrench or socket because I always put stuff back when I'm done. See, if you keep track of where you put them, then you don't ever lose them.
Like the time you left the hammer on the windowsill at my sister's house when we were fixing stuff in her basement.
Did I do something like that?
Yes, you did.
I don't believe it.
You had to buy a new hammer.
And then I realized I found the old one, huh? So now I see.
The next time you did a project at her house, then you.
Now I have two hammers, so it worked out perfect. Would that work if a side by side? If I come home and be like, I don't know what I did with the P5. I just lost it somewhere. I better go get a new one. And then after I get the new one, be like, oh yeah, I found Mighty Mouse. There he is. All right, now I got an extra one. Does that work? No comment? Guys, if one of you is brave enough to try that with your wife at home, let me know if it goes well. If it doesn't go well, probably better not tell us. This is the bolt that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Because you don't have a very big radius.
I've been here wrenching on it for what seems like hours now, and I'll keep wrenching. Wait, no, here it is. I got it. Never mind. All right, that gasket's definitely shot. There's definitely been some mud and water get in there. Hey, that actually felt like we had some compression too. And it's turning. It's turning free. Well, that's a good sign. So, our motor is not all walked up. What we can do before we get into this, let's see if we have spark. I can put this on a drill and spin it by hand to see if we have spark that way.
Do you have a battery?
This has no electric start.
Oh, so there's no battery at all?
No battery at all. It is a pull start only, unless this is a different switch. No battery, all the power for the lights and stuff just works off the stator.
Okay.
Unless this is supposed to, okay, that's the stop This must be, this I'm taking is the headlights probably on and off, or I'm not exactly sure what that is. That part of the switch, is this on? Wow, we can play around with it once we get stuff spinning here. Where did I put
Is that that's not the kill switch. That's over here.
This is the kill switch over here. Engine
Does it have
off.
only two-wheel drive?
Yeah, this is only two-wheel drive.
Okay. Is that a choke?
No, the choke is right here.
Is it brakes on and off? You either have brakes or you don't have brakes.
You don't have brakes. Let me,
They're
I don't know
optional.
if this plug is any good. Let me clean her up here real quick on the wire wheel. Nice YXZ motor in for a rebuild. I didn't even have to mess with pulling it. They already had pulled. Good enough for testing purposes. I'm sure before we even attempt to start this thing, I gotta have to take a look at that carburetor.
Well, you have the gas.
It is, well, we can hook up gas temporary.
What am I doing?
Looking for spark.
Oh, no, let me move.
Was that spitting stuff?
I blew a whole bunch of air out in my face.
Well, that's good. It's because it's not seized up.
Okay.
Any sparks?
I see nothing that looks like sparkles. Do you see anything?
No. We have no spark. Because I don't know if the spark plug's any good either.
Right. Do you have one that's that size? You
Right,
had an extra
close
one.
enough. It's one of these weird no-name triple prong ones that I don't know if I'd actually trust them running in anything that customer's paying for, but we could put it on here and see.
Who had that?
Oh, it came with off of Amazon when I got like a tune-up kit. I needed the oil filter and the air filter. This came with it, but it's a no-name brand. All right, so I'm gonna have to have you hold that there, or turn the.
What do you want me to do? Turn this?
You could turn that. Faster, faster. Oh, I had spark there for a second. Keep turning. Faster. We got spark. We've got spark. All right, try that again. See if we can pick this up. Yep, you can see it. We've got spark. Well, we got spark, which is good. Whether we have compression or not, I don't know. This thing has gas in it. And it does not smell awful.
So, are you still predicting that the Enticer is going to be an easier?
I'm
fix?
still predicting that it's going to take less money. Because, I mean, that hasn't worked yet.
The pit.
And it's got, look at the drill.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when I was doing it too. I didn't know if it was just because
Well, it's, I think
if
it's,
it's offset.
well,
Could it be when, you know,
it could be the rod is shot and there's play in the piston.
oh, I just kicked the bucket. Sorry, I can't help you film anymore. There goes Torin on his mongoose.
Cashing that life insurance policy.
Yeah, just think of the toy hauler you could buy with my life insurance.
Welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? There's definitely some scoring in
boy.
there.
Oh man.
And it looks like we'll have to do a top end rebuild. But overall, actually, it doesn't look awful. See this thing? What's with all that weird? You got a little.
one of your lights out.
No, I got stuff on it.
Good.
Oil.
You want me to spin it by hand a little?
Yeah, you can do that. It doesn't look awful in there.
Which way do you want me to go?
Oh, it doesn't matter. That's well coming up. Okay, go. Hold on. Did you go back down?
I turned it more.
Okay, keep going.
Oh, that's
Stop.
where it catches, right there.
Yeah, that's at the bottom. That's why I'm wondering if the rod is shot. And every time it goes to switch from going change direction, it's got that catch in it.
Yeah.
I really should get a better one of these instead of a Harbor Freight Junkie, because this one doesn't show you much of anything. It's kind of useless.
Well, it shows you nice sunlight.
I mean, you can see the score marks there. It's not awful. Well, there's a nice little shiny spot right there.
That's the light.
Yeah, it's reflecting.
Woo! There's eyeballs.
So, I mean, yeah.
I just thought of a way you could expand your business.
Proctology?
I was going to say colonoscopy.
Let's see. Let's take this off and take a look. I'm going to blow this out. So you might want to stay back. We'll blow some Deborah off first. Because that Deborah, she likes to get in everything and cause all kinds of problems.
When I was growing up, it was Derbis.
Derbis. Well, Deborah has Derbis, and that's what causes the problems. Alright, let's see what Mr. Carburetor looks like. Surprisingly clean, actually. Whether our bowl is like that.
Yeah, that looks like there's nothing in that.
I mean, it doesn't look like there's a bunch of Deborah down in there. Deborah, are you in there? No. See, we're good. I think I will go ahead. We'll pull the fuel line. Oh, that's broke. Okay, so we're gonna need a new intake boot.
Ooh, I see that.
Right off the bat. This has been fixed. Look at the glue or whatever. So this is gonna need a new intake boot for sure. So I don't know if she's gonna want to run with that like that. Pull this up and around for time being. Might as well, while we're waiting for parts,
I'm gonna tear it down a bit more.
clean that up. And so you guys thought this video was gonna be over, didn't you? Well, that's gonna be. This thing did not suck in a bunch of water. At least muddy water. It may have sucked in water, but it wasn't muddy. It definitely could use a cleaning, and the top of our valves do look a little gunked up, but not super
They
awful.
look that white that gets on aluminum.
Yeah, it just looks like it's been set.
The corrosion.
Yeah, regular oxidization. What can I say except I'm awesome? At least according to my wife. She can't deny it because she's on camera. Can't think of anything that rhymes with camera.
I was waiting. I was waiting.
I need a word that rhymes with camera. Is there a word that rhymes with
Shamrock.
No, not made up. That's a made up word.
Shamrock.
Oh, I thought you said shamrock.
No,
Shamrock doesn't rhyme with camera.
it's close enough. Hey, just listen to what they rhymed stuff in the Encanto movie. You can rhyme whatever you want with whatever you want.
It's all in the pronunciation of it.
That's right. You can make it rhyme for fun.
That is nothing to scoff at. As all things go, that's clean.
There's some
That is
dirt
clean.
in there.
That is clean.
Oh, that landed not on the floor.
It's got some dirt in there because it's dry. So it is. This actually looks like it's been rebuilt. Like it's got a rebuild kit. That's got a
It looks newer than
100 main nozzle.
It looks newer than the rest of the engine.
Yes. This may be a newer carb, like a whole replacement carb. Spray this out real quick, just to get a little bit of that Deborah out of the bottom. She likes to put her hands in everything.
Poor Deborah. She doesn't get any love from you.
I don't know if this guy even works. Imagine, pulls in here, comes out here. We know that gas well. Let's just see if this works. Or if I got to tear. Wait, that's the wrong one. If I got to tear into it. Let's see if she pumps some fuel up. See, fuel should run in there. Okay, it works. It works. Alrighty. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Probably, I'm not going to put this back on to get our other parts on. Can I fit it in a glove to keep dirt and grime out of it? That's the
Do you
question.
need an extra hand?
I gotta stretch it over these 3 ports. Oh. Okay. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Here, I got 2 hands. You got the camera.
I just wanted to help.
Oh, it ripped. It was working.
Well, if you get it down to this part, then it will.
No,
You could cut the top off the glove. It's wider.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, see?
Look at that.
You should have blown it with air first. It looked like a turkey. Nope. Oh, no. I was going to blow it off.
That works. It tries.
Hopefully you're not ruining anything on that side.
Okay, well, we'll put
So
this.
if it wasn't broken, now it is.
It's not broken. Where can I put this? That when the parts come, I'll be like, what did I do with that again?
On top of the on-off switch of the...
The
Right
old
there.
air compressor.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no chance of that falling down off of there and scaring me during the middle of the day when I'm working on something.
Well, if you put it on there, that's fine. That'll stay on there. When you open and close the garage door.
I think it's this big guy right there.
What are you gonna drain it into?
My pan.
I thought you were saying my pants.
My pants. I oil up my pants every
Is that why our washing machine is so dirty? Uh-huh. I see how it
I'm
is
gonna have
now.
to use my little catch. Where's my little catch? You're catching oil from this lawnmower. Yes, we do. Lawnmowers here too at AMR Power Sports.
Lawnmowers, little four-wheeler, big four-wheeler.
KLX 450 to KX 250 two-stroke swaps. Finally got this thing figured out where I got the radiator mounted. It clears the expansion chamber of this HMF Gold Series pipe. And the plastics still fit perfectly and even line up with the radiator off of the 250. And the plastics are for the 450, so I think that's turning out good. Unfortunately, if you guys want to see this build, I'm not actually filming it because it's a work on it here and there, and I just haven't been filming it, so sorry guys. I know I've had people ask what the story is with that in the background, because it's been in the backgrounds of my videos forever, but it was one of those that they weren't in a hurry for it, just work on it here and there when I have time. Anywho.
So you've got customization here and here as well.
Of course, yeah, the kids' go-kart project with Zippy's motor, we got to get back to here at some point.
And then you also have your mobility scooters. There's quite an array of things in here.
Dabbles quite a bit here at AMR Power Sports.
You fit under there.
That is a huge bolt.
Hey, when are you getting your lift?
When I stop spending my money on things like dirt bikes.
That's a really old plug. What oil?
Oil that is full of water. Yeah, there's water coming out of that.
There's nothing else. It's not coming out.
Oh boy. That's a metal chunk. That is a good sized metal chunk in there. Ow. That hurts.
Oh yeah, that's sharp. Hurt yourself? Oh, there we go.
There's
There you go.
some.
Maybe a rinse is really milky,
It doesn't look healthy.
muddy.
That's for sure.
Now wipe it on your back.
I stopped myself.
Thank you. Good job. Way to go.
I don't know, at this point, I'm almost half tempted to just go ahead and pull the whole motor. The whole point of the challenge, though, is which can be fixed for cheaper,
Yeah, but if it
including
has,
my labor costs. But
I don't. Is there any other way to do it to make it actually run?
well, once
right.
the pieces get here, just fire it up and see if she starts. But if I send a piston through the
Right. It's
or a
ticking.
rod through the block, or
It's ticking really bad when
just
turning
doing
it by hand.
hand.
Yeah. If it's going faster than, if the engine's actually
Yeah, I think
going faster on its own accord, it's going to be.
probably the thing to do is to just go ahead, pull the motor, and strip it down, and just do a rebuild. Again, for the challenge, it's definitely going to make it the loser, but for being a machine I'm fixing up for the kids, I'm probably going to end up having to do that anyway. Yes, we could probably get it to run without doing that, but at what further damage?
Well, then it's not really running.
Yeah.
If it breaks 5 minutes after
And like
you
I said, if we
start
put
it.
a rod through the case or send the,
I
melt
agree.
the piston inside, and it's going to be a lot more than we have to replace, where we just go ahead and tear it apart.
Yeah.
I'll need my bench for the mower and the YXZ rebuild, and then probably jump back up in on this. So this probably is just going to be the end of this video. We'll jump back in when I get room and time to tear this guy apart. Fix her right from the get-go, which means the Enticer is going to be the official winner.
You can't say that yet, though. You don't know. Maybe you'll open it up and be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still I'm going to have more time than what I did in the Enticer.
Right, but not parts.
But not parts. That's true.
So
We
let's
can
just
look at it from two different.
I think that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah, it might just need cleaning. We'll have gaskets to replace. I'm pretty sure it's going to need the top of the piston looked okay. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to need rings. The cylinder definitely needs honed. You guys, if this camera picked up the camera footage on the screen there of my scope, there's definitely scarring on the inside of the cylinder walls. You can see the lines in there. It looked gouged pretty good. So
You can't tell for sure what else going to be inside
yeah.
till you open it.
So this $150 project shootout is going to turn into a full Suzuki 185 motor rebuild, huh?
It does sound like it.
It does sound like it.
Which you thought it might, because
I've been saying that from the beginning. It ingested that much water and then has sat for who knows how long. I think it probably at least a year.
well, you've had it for at least probably around half a year.
Pretty close. Okay, that's the direction we'll go. The next time we see this little 185, we will be tearing the motor out, tearing it down, and actually seeing what kind of damage is done in there.
I'm excited.
It's always neat to tear apart a motor. As long as you remember how it goes back together, huh?